In this video, we're going to be building and reviewing the VenomPool Build-A-Figure. With VenomPool, I don't really have any connection to the character. I just thought it was a really cool design. I wish they had some better characters in the wave, as I don't really care about Venomized superheroes. I don't think everybody needs to be a symbiote. To me, it's pretty stupid in the comics when they Venomize everybody or Hulk out everybody. Or 1,500 Spider-Mans. It kind of waters down the original characters. But with VenomPool, it's an exception to the case since it's not really Deadpool. But that doesn't always work with the Weapon H Hulk Wolverine combination character. I think it's just completely stupid. But this, to me, kind of works with the goofiness of the character and the symbiotes. Let's look at the parts for VenomPool. Each of the arms come with a claw hand and a grip hand. Kind of wish the grip hands can kind of work as a fist hand, but I wish they had regular fist hands as well. Another issue with these pegs are tiny. They're short, stubby, and I've seen some people actually have issues of the pegs not even pegging in properly into the wrist, and they're just falling right out. And I thought on the 80th anniversary Hulk and the Red Hulk, I thought those pegs were small, but even those are longer than the ones on these VenomPool hands. I don't know why they just didn't reuse a peg like this for the VenomPool. It's like they're teeny tiny little things. I really don't understand the design choice with making the pegs this small when they could have made them just like the Juggernaut size, or actually Ben Grimm I'd actually preferred size where they're larger diameter and a little longer. Seems like it would have been best for such big hands. Also with the hands, they actually have sculpted claws. It would have been nice if they would have picked those out in like paint, black paint or whatever color they're supposed to be. I would assume black, since the exposed, I would assume, skin areas on the VenomPool is the symbiote itself. So I would assume that these should be black claws. I'm going to go ahead and pop in a grip hand. It is still actually pretty secure. These hands are hinged vertically. And with the pegs being so short, I can't get the hinges to move without popping the wrists out. And that's super tight. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a blow dryer to move these wrist joints. Yeah, the wrist joints are stuck on both of the gripping hands. I'm going to heat these up to get these to even move. After heating the hands up with a blow dryer, the joints do move. They are very ratchety. If you can hear that. Pop that off. They have a nice click to them in the sound. So they should hold pretty well once they hold into the wrist. I was checking to see if you could actually fit the 80th anniversary style Hulk hands into the wrist. But they're too shallow for the hands to go into. That's as far as you want to go, and they won't seat in. So they just fall right out. With the pegs being very shallow, you still have to be very careful when you articulate the hands. If you move it too far, they're going to pop out. I don't know why they made the pegs such a small diameter and very short like that. With the proportions of VenomPool, he's built much like the Strong Guy proportion-wise, but not construction-wise. They don't share any parts. He has a large upper body, big arms, and smaller legs, proportionate to the rest of the body. The head for VenomPool is really cool. It's a very nice blend of Venom and Deadpool. You get the proportions, look of the Venom, and the costume design, and the signature Deadpool hood cowl on the back. Let's get this big figure together. Let's start with the arms. Legs. And the head. Here we have VenomPool all together. Together he looks fantastic. I love the proportions of the figure, the big stocky upper body, the lower legs actually makes a very strong looking silhouette. Very comic bookish in proportions. One of the things that really makes this figure look so big and powerful is the big broad shoulders. The shoulders themselves are bigger than the biceps alone. They're monstrously huge. With the style proportions, it actually makes the figure look stronger. In my personal opinion, like bigger shoulders make your arms look massive. And with the Hulk, he's actually got longer arms due to having bigger shoulders than the Anniversary style Hulk. I would love to see them do a new Hulk with these style big shoulders, but with even bigger biceps. If they ever were to do another Professor Smart Hulk, I'd love to see them do big shoulders like this with big biceps and arms, and taller. The Smart Hulk, aka the Professor Hulk, is actually supposed to be taller than a regular Savage Hulk. And with these big shoulders like this, it would look fantastic like that. With the design of the figure, I love the texture on all the suit. It's got this very like canvas style texture to all the red areas on the suit throughout. I love all the sculpted staples holding it to the symbiote body, and all the staples are painted silver, and they're pretty well cleanly painted as well. The face is very well painted. You have the off-white teeth, the purple tongue, black around the eyes that tore out from the suit to replicate Deadpool's look, the whited out eyes. You can see the staples on through here. When I first saw this figure, I wondered if they were just reusing the harness off the 12-inch Deadpool, but it is actually a different sculpt. The sword sheath actually comes separately from when you get the figure. You have to put this onto the sheath. I installed it beforehand because it's a little pain in the butt to get it to snap on. You got to take it up. The easiest way to do it is to take it off the figure, then put it back on the whole harness. The shackles are really coolly designed. It's replicating the straps Deadpool usually wears. I think in the video game he was actually chained up with these. Now let's do rundown articulation on this big guy. The head is on a ball joint on a disc hinge. You can look up really well down this much, and the head actually shifts on the ball joint so you can get extra movement there. Looks way down, staring at the shorter characters. It's sculpted in a way where it looks really good when it's looking down. Shoulders are on standard disc hinge. They can go up this far. Full 360. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbows. Get you up to 90. Hinge and swivel wrist. He's got an ab crunch. You can click it forward this far. And back not as much. He has a waist twist. Ball jointed hips. Kick out this far. Thigh rotation. Double joint knees. Hinged ankles. And ankle pivots. For such a big figure, he's very articulated. The only thing really he's missing is double joint elbows, which would be near impossible to do and look good with a big arms like these. The swords are removable. You can put it into one of the grip hands. Which to me kind of looks ridiculous. Such a big giant character like this with a little katana. The sculpt of the katanas are actually made to look like they're just hammered steel, almost like you took like a leaf spring and hammered it out, heated it up, forged it out. Swords fit nicely into the sheaths. Let's do some comparisons with VenomPool. Here we have next to the Juggernaut Wave Deadpool and the Deluxe Venom. Here we have next to Gamerverse Spider-Man and the Red Hulk. All in all, I'm really happy with this figure. This was the main reason in getting the Wave to build this figure. Didn't really care for most of the figures in the Wave, but I did like the Carnage and the movie Venom. Those were my favorites from the Wave next to the Build-A-Figure. One of the things that helped me build this figure was actually the Target had the buy two, get one free sale going on a while back. Made the sting of getting some of the lesser desirable characters in the Wave hurt a little less, because like I said, I don't like Venomized characters, and especially characters we get constantly over and over and over. But to get a Build-A-Figure like this, it made getting away worth it. It's such a great design, well sculpted. I wish more Marvel Legends were done like this, with such the detail of sculpt, paint, textures. I don't know why I know this is the Build-A-Figure, but I don't know why we can't have more nice stuff like this. Personally, I would love to see them just do away with the Build-A-Figure system and just do deluxe releases myself. I have a pretty extensive collection of Marvel Legends already. It's getting to the point where I don't really want a lot of the releases. But when they make a great Build-A-Figure like this, I have to end up getting a whole wave. I'd rather just pay the $30 deluxe price and get something like this. I know the waves actually help pay for these. I'm really happy with the figure, and I'm glad to have them and put them on my shelf. I just don't know where I'm going to put them on the shelf because I don't really care for the Gamerverse stuff, and he's not really a comic book character, but I don't really care because it just looks so good. But all in all, I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch the review. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps us out a lot on the channel. And that's all I got to say about VenomPool.